control all them boys from Kansas City, where they know we got them tricks. We get it how we live and know we all about them kicks. Work hard and play.
Alright guys, so if you had any problems at all beating defenders, you want to improve your ability to beat defenders on the move, then you have to work on these things right here. These are the fundamental, basic building blocks of every combo and every skill move you have ever seen. It all starts right here. So if you have any problem doing a step over, beating a defender with a simple body feint, then you need to work on this stuff right here, and then you can ball out in the game. Let's go. Welcome back to another edition of 90 Minutes. I am your host, Mr. GOLUREMI, and we have invited a panel tonight to talk about all things football. So let me introduce our guests from across the pond in England.
Come on, you Reds. Come on, mate. All mate, yeah. Liverpool.
All right, guys. Yeah, just...
Mr. GOLUREMI is a rubbish host. Mr. GOLUREMI is a rubbish host.
Why don't you shut up?
GOLUREMI.
I said, why don't you shut up and let the man explain what's going on? You might actually learn something and win another World Cup.
Right. What you on about, mate? Were you lot even in the last World Cup?
Oh, it's coming home. It's coming home. How the hell can it be home? You won the World Cup in 1966. Who goes home once every 70 years? It doesn't make sense. Whatever. All right, guys, just keep it civil. Wichita, I'm told you have some opening statements before we get going, so what's up? Thank you, sir, for having me on.
Thank you.
Sort of, mate.
That's not polite, sir. That's not polite. Go ahead, Wichita, it's fine. So I'm here today to talk about soccer and what that
I heard about you, mate. Is you's the Wichita wanker? I heard about you, mate. Oh, he's a wanker. Wanker.
So as I was saying, you know, this game means a lot to me and to the people here. You know, and it's got us excited because it's growing faster than a pig on a June Friday. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. GOLUREMI. No, I have absolutely no idea what the hell you're talking about, but just finish up. It's fine. What I'm trying to say...
Wanker.
What we'd like to see...
Oh, he's a wanker. He's a wanker. He's a wanker.
Mr. GOLUREMI, sir, I will not tolerate this. And the English Premier League, dare I say, isn't even that good.
I tell you what, mate, it'll be a cold rainy night in Stoke City before I let a Yank mug off the Queen's leg.
It's not good. I don't know if I would say that exactly. Oh, well, aren't you special? You have a queen. What did you have for dinner last night? Tea and crumpets? You guys could just calm down for a second. If you could calm down, this is 90 Minutes. This is a very established show. This is a very esteemed show on the GOLUREMI Network. This is a big show. I'm a big deal. I can't do this anymore. Can you just cut their mics? Where do you get these people? You're right, Mr. GOLUREMI. I would like to apologize by saying... How's Brexit working out for you? It's not working out how you thought it would, is it?
Oh, you're dead, mate! You're dead, mate! You're dead, man, mate! You're finished, mate! You're finished! Where's he at? Come here!
Okay, well, this has been the worst start to any 90 Minutes of all time, and I don't know how I'm supposed to win a Nobel Peace Prize. I quit. I don't know how I'm going to win a Daytime Emmy on your low-budget program. Screw you. I'm out. We're starting off with something you guys should all know well enough. It's La Croqueta with a bit of a twist. Now, know that everything we do here today should be done with a bit of pace. The closer you can get to game speed, the more all of these movements will benefit you. So notice how we don't just do a croqueta and stop. You can fit in 1, 2, or even 3 of them in the same direction and then simply get reset before heading to the other side. It's not at all important how you get set to change direction. What's most important is that you work to the left and right so you'll be proficient and ready to go both ways in the game. This movement is going to drastically focus on your coordination and ability to control the ball and your body fluidly. Ronaldinho popularized this move, and it's perfect for when you're on the wings, and it's perfect for us here today in training our footwork. And there's no need to worry about stopping the ball perfectly on a dime behind you. What's actually necessary is that it's more than a simple leg motion. The body feint is apparent in everything we do here today, so don't get caught just throwing your legs back. That's a bad habit you don't want to develop. So stay fluid and go at the speed that's comfortable for you, and you will get it down. This is a drag that players like Neymar and Mbappe love to do. It's simple and it keeps the ball protected. So imagine dragging the ball away from a defender and popping the ball out behind you to the protected side. We'll work on it today, going both ways, trying to develop a rhythm of sorts. You'll notice that that is a very important key to getting down all of these movements. So always feel free to add and mix up moves if you want to throw any other type of move or feint in between before the drags. Just go for it. Just try and keep it at game speed. When we're working our technical ability and our fast footwork, you just cannot get away from the V pullback. It's too useful and too common not to train this move. It will get you out of countless situations, so really look to strike out and open your hips as you pull the ball back. Don't go through the motions because you think that you just know the move. In the game, these things need to happen unconsciously, so at the higher levels, we don't have time to pause, stop, and think about what needs to happen next. Your training has to prepare you for the games, so take it seriously. This is one of those movements that will teach you how to bait a defender into falling asleep before you take off. It's a simple principle to understand when trying to go past defenders. A change of pace and momentum will do everything that you could possibly need. So pull the ball back with a few steps and then explode out at a diagonal angle and stop quickly to reset. Once there, switch feet so we work both sides and then go again. And by now, you will have noticed that this entire training is not only technical work, but a speed and agility training as well. And that's going to become more apparent as we get into some of the more complicated movements. This is one of the tougher moves to get down, but if you just watch it slowly, you can see that it's just a step over, followed by 2 quick touches behind us. And if you're new to the movement, just start slow, and once you've got the hang of it, you can move up to these type of actions. We cannot stress enough how much these movements will have on your confidence. Even if you're not the type of player to do a move this fancy in a game, it doesn't mean that you don't need to improve your technique or your ability to improvise on the field. The game is unpredictable, and if you don't test yourself in training, you will not be ready for this in the game. This is a movement that gives you the most freedom. We've taught the D'Alessandro before. It's a simple movement generally used to nutmeg someone, but what you can do here is dance a bit and buy yourself some time and space. And it's generally pretty hard to work on your body feints without a defender, but you can do it right here by pulling your foot on the ball, snapping one way, and then throwing some feints. You have to feel completely free when you do this. Just remember to drop your shoulders and act like you're going one way or the other. Learning these type of feints will take a little bit of time, but it will start to feel natural the more you do it. So any chance you get, just try and throw these in. Flicking the ball up is also incredibly useful, and we can do it here in a way that you'll be able to do in the game. And if you were stuck in a tight area, flicking the ball up gives you the element of surprise and allows you to get out. But you have to build up the confidence to do it. The ball doesn't have to come up very high at all, but just enough that it might get over a defender's foot. It won't always look the same, and you can grab the ball while it's still in the air or let it hit the ground. Just make sure to use both feet and imagine where a defender might be pressuring you. This is a movement that everybody should know well. Drag the ball behind you and then take a simple touch out and change to the other side. There's no way that you haven't done this before in a game, which is why it's important to work on here. Build up your speed and work on creating a rhythm. You have to learn to feel the flow of the ball and the flow of movement of the game. It sounds like an abstract concept, and it is, but the best players can understand and feel when they need to pull out a trick, and it happens effortlessly. So that's what this training is about, automating your technical ability. The original Ronaldo has a pretty dope move that starts out with this action, and you can check it out in one of the links in the description box. But what it's great for here is that we have to step on the ball and then launch the rest of our body towards the ball. It's a very different type of momentum shift, and you'll feel that. He used this in trying to get off a shot or a cross, and by training both feet, we can do the same. So do what you've got to do in between each movement to get set, and then make each step as fluid as possible. It's another movement where you may want to watch carefully and check if you've got the steps right before you then go at game speed. Like a couple of our earlier movements, this is just one of those things you can't avoid. Having a good outward explosion and cut is as important as knowing how to dribble or pass. It's the ultimate simple skill move. It works best, of course, when you know how to explode out and then cut and repeat. Being able to do it on both sides will help you tremendously in games. If they believe you'll shoot or cross with both feet, you become that much more dangerous and that much more effective. So definitely do not skip this one. Another complex one here, there's all sorts of ways to do this, and CR7 enjoys these type of movements, which at times can be a bit choppy, but still effective. And you can do the move at first by stepping over, pushing the ball, and stopping to get set before you go back the other way, or you can do it a bit faster to test your coordination by doing it like this right here. Either way, it's a great one to test the strength of your weak foot as well, even if it seems awkward at first. Regardless, walk yourself through the steps and then push yourself. We're going to add a bit more to the V pullback now by creating an even more game-like situation. We've got to take the space in front of us and then stop to use the V pullback. It doesn't matter how you go into the space, with a step over or by simply taking a touch forward. Just imagine that the defender moves with you as you try and take that space, and before they reach you, you stop and pull the move to get yourself out. This is going to train you to make good decisions and create good habits. The more natural it seems to do this, the better off you'll be in the game. The roulette turn, the Maradona, the Zidane, whatever you want to call it, it's just one of these moves that everyone knows comes in handy. It protects the ball at all times, and it's done in 2 steps. So stop and spin out, stop and spin out. That's it. Now, as we practice it here, don't worry about whether you're spinning from side to side or wherever. Just concentrate on starting one with your left foot and then starting the next one with your right foot. You're definitely going to want to mix things up here and throw any sort of combinations in between, but you should have a lot of fun spinning around like a psycho while you try to avoid defenders. And the man himself, the Cruyff turn. There's not much to add here besides knowing that we don't want to Cruyff the ball too close to our body. Try and keep the ball out just a bit, enough that when you turn, you won't be right on top of the ball. You obviously want to be able to pass, dribble, or shoot once you turn, and if it's right up under you, you have to take a touch or two before deciding what to do. There are, of course, even more types of Cruyffs, and you can check those out in the description box as well. All in all, this is a monster session, you guys. If you can actually push yourself to do these, you will see a huge change in your game and a massive boost in your confidence on the ball. So get after it. All right, homies, that is the vid. Make sure to leave us a like and a comment right down below. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat. Check out the Patreon. Make sure to subscribe right now. Check out GOLUREMI.com if you like free shoes, free stuff, and hidden content. Go there, sign up, just put your email in. That's all you gotta do. We will see you guys later. All right, peace.
Do re mi fa sol la hitters go Lure-Mi, control all them boys from Kansas City where they know we got them tricks. We get it how we live and know we all about